everybody, it's Kay. I'm here with one of my Ipsy Boxycharm by Ipsy boxes. This is for July of 2024. So I get two because in icon months, which August is, one of them turns into an icon box, which, you know, I love both the Boxycharm box and the Ipsy icon box. So let's see what's in here. So I did get some add-ons. Okay, so this is about $30, and then I pay $15 for the boost. So I pay about $45 for this. So Ipsy chooses two, and I get to choose three. So the ones that Ipsy chose for me, and I'm happy to have this, is the Ipsy, the Laura Geller Seasonless Staples Wildflower Wishes 14 Multi-Finish Eyeshadows. Okay, I do have this on today. I find that some of these colors are a lot darker than I would like. This is what they look like. Okay, there's a protective cover. I have on this one and this one in like the crease area, and this on the outer corners. And so, like I said, this is generally a little bit darker than what I'm looking for. So I think it actually, it's a neutral palette, but I think also this would be, it says seasonless. I think this would be a pretty good fall palette. So I'm happy to have it. And I'm not gonna, well, I'll swatch a few, the few that I do have on. I'm gonna swatch those because I actually found that these, well, actually a couple of them on top. They have good color. Look at that. So those are nice. I just don't think I'm gonna get as much use out of like some of the darker colors, and the reason is that darker colors just close. They just make me look tired. So I'm trying to keep my eyes brighter. So this is okay. I actually am happy to have this. This is a $45 product. Now I will tell you that it was still too dark in the inner corners and up towards the brow bone. And so I have this wonderful thing by Suva that's a topper, and I added this one in the inner corner and also below the brow bone. This is just an excellent product. I use it all the time, again, to bring me some light around my eyes, which is really important to me. So it makes me look more awake. I think it really helps out because I do have a tendency to, you know, to get the darkness under the eyes, and also as I've grown older, a little darkness on the eyelid. And sometimes, now I don't have on today, but a lot of times I am using a primer that's got some color that's going to help color that. So anyway, that's the first item. Oh, and by the way, they sent this this little brochure that's neat. It's good summer picture by the pool, and it talks about some things that you could have gotten in here, and also their mega drop shop, which is going on right now. And if you haven't visited it, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to take advantage of. So that's this page here. And then on the back, it shows us some sneak peeks for August, and that this there's going to be the icon box. So these look okay. Things I don't necessarily, some of them I do have, some of them I don't have. A Mika product, I like their hair products. I think I have this Buxom Cosmetics lip serum. I don't have this facial cleansing oil, and I don't know that I need it, by Everdeen. There's some Fair Liners, Il Maquillage Baked Highlighter. That one sounds interesting. And then there's a vacation lotion that smells like coconut and tropical vibes. So those are some of the things that are coming in August. Okay, so the second item they chose for me, and I have to tell you, I was a little bit disappointed in the color, and it is the Tula Radiant Skin Brightening Serum, and it's got a sunscreen of SPF 30. So this is the shade Light, Neutral, Warm, that I think a lot of people had already written that it's tending to pull a little bit yellow on their skin. Warms may do that with me. So in the meantime, while I was waiting for my box, I went ahead and ordered from Sephora because I really wanted this in a color that would work for me. The light neutral color in 05. So I have 05 and 07. I have 05 on today. So I'm gonna just go ahead and take a look at these two up together and see what they look like. So it's possible that the 05 is just a little light for me. We're gonna put it right here. Okay. And this is what this looks like, by the way. Okay, and then you can see the color there. So I will tell you that I've been using the one I had already for several days, and you don't need a lot of it. I know, I think it actually probably would do best with a moisturizer or also perhaps a primer. Because if you do have a dry spot, I did notice that I had some dried skin like up in this area, and it did accentuate it. So let's see. Okay, yeah, you can see the difference right here. Okay, this is the 5 on the bottom, okay, and that's the 7 on the top. So let's see what this may look like when you spread it out. So I'm choosing this part of my hand because it's going to be probably more like my face rather than the top here, because I tend to tan a little bit. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, so I think what we're seeing there is exactly what I had worried about. Do you see where the top one is sort of a yellowish orange color and the other one sort of blends more with my skin? I'm going to try it on my wrist too. You know, I don't know how they decide this, other than, you know, I have on my thing, it's my quiz, whatever you want to call it. I have brown hair and brown eyes, and that I have light skin. So I don't know how it is that they tend to pick. And I think I have just, if it says neutral, that's what I tell them I have, is I tell them I have neutral. I don't know how it is that when they pick stuff for me, they keep picking stuff that's too, there it is, we'll try it again, there. Again, okay, this time, the one that's the 5 is on the top, and the one that is the other, yeah, there it is again. Okay, so this is the 7 here, and this is the 5. And so it really looks like that I picked the right color for me. And I guess maybe with some powder, I could maybe make this one work, but it's just too yellow. I mean, that's just not, I mean, I think I'm gonna, or orange, it's just not the right color. So I will tell you though, in the right color, and maybe with a little primer or moisturizer, I have really enjoyed the one that I got that was the right color. So we'll see if we can end up making that work somehow. Okay, so that is a $42 product. Okay, so those were the two that they chose for me. And so then I could have chosen in category 1, so it's a Laura Geller cream to powder, bronzer, blush, and highlighter. And I actually have it. It's a good product. I didn't need another one. The Ole Henriksen eye cream, I have several of those just from prior boxes from Ipsy and Boxycharm, but also I think that was also in an Allure box not long ago. So I did not need that. The Ciate lip I think it was like an overnight kind of mask or a balm. That really, in watermelon, that looked interesting to me. The Anastasia Beverly Hills, it's sort of a taupe brown lipstick. I already had it. I certainly didn't need another one. And the Borboleta makeup remover, which I had. So I went with something I did not have, which is this Fenty Perfume. And it's just in the fragrance Fenty. And I did put it on earlier today. It's still there. It's been on for a couple of hours. You know, I'm gonna say it smells a little bit going on like, and here's what it looks like. This is a travel size, they call it. And this is a $39 value. So, you know, I like it. It sort of reminds me a little bit of cleaning fluid when it's going on, which is not a positive thing to say, I know, but that's just what it reminds me of. But when it's on, it has a different smell. I actually don't have anything that smells like this, so I am happy to have it. So what it's got in it, it's a warm floral with magnolia, musk, tangerine, and Bulgarian rose. So it's an interesting combination, and I think that this was a very, very good choice for me. So I'm happy to have it. So in category 2, excuse me, I could have chosen the Lava Brown Mascara, which looked interesting, the Pear Nova Liquid Eyeliner, and I think it was in black, and I have a fair amount of that. I didn't need that. The La La Lip, it was a liquid lip. It was too brown for me. The LaRousse brushes, I thought about that, and the Stone Street Body Scrub. I just didn't want a body scrub in this category. I like the Stone Street product. I've gotten it before in the Boxycharm and I like it. I thought about it, but I just decided against it. So I went with, and I don't know that I needed this because I don't use as much in bronzers, but it's by just Zema. It's Ximena, Zema, or just Eczema. I don't know how you pronounce that. I looked it up but I couldn't find it. So this is a bronzer and it's supposed to be a creamy powder formula. Now the one thing, and this is a $25 product, and I have never heard of this brand. I don't have anything by this brand, and it does have a mirror that does have a cover on it, and this is supposed to be graded in color, so you can't really see it very much at all. The reason that this looks lighter right here is I actually tried to put some of it on. So it actually goes from, and you can't barely see it at all, it goes from light to dark. And I don't know that you can really see that very well at all, no matter how I do this. Maybe you can see it a little bit there. So I will say that this was much, much lighter than what I thought it was gonna be. So that's the lightest. And I'm gonna do the darkest. This is the darkest, and this is the lightest, and I'm gonna go in between here. Okay, so there's the gradient of the color. And so that is a very, very light bronzer, but I could see where some people would not be happy about that. But it feels nice, and I did try to put a little bit on here today. I think I'm gonna have to play with it. I'll tell you this, that if I'm going to use a bronzer, I am not somebody who wants to have a really dark bronzer. So for me, this one's probably okay, but for some other people, I think that, you know, you find it too light. Okay, so the third group of products, it could have been the Cinta blush, that's C-I-N-T-A blush. I had never heard of that brand. 2 Beauty Vault sponges, and I just didn't need any sponges, but if I did, I would have, you know, gotten it, because I do like to use the sponge, especially under the eye for the concealer. And there was a BYOD liquid lip, and I thought about that, but I have a fair amount of lipstick, and I just went with another choice in here. The Refreshment Body Cream, I already have plenty of body cream and I don't use it that much. And the other thing was the Lith Brow Sculpt, which was a clear kind of brow gel with a brush. So what I chose, and I am happy with this choice, it is the Chica Beauty Glow Highlighter Duo, and this is a $20 product here. So I will tell you that in the third column, or the third choice item, they're typically going to be they're going to be lower priced products. And that was across the board what I saw with that. But this one looked interesting because I do like highlighters, and it's dual-ended. This is going to be liquid, and this part up here is going to be just a stick. So let's try it on here, up here, and let's see what it looks like. Now, what I think I can do with this is I can also use, although it was a little dark for a highlighter to use like right up underneath the brow bone, but that is sometimes where I do put a highlighter. Okay, and this is what the thing looks like here. Okay, so I like that I had two choices. So this one here is the liquid, right here is the liquid, and this here, and you can barely see it, but this one here is the one that you just roll on. So I think of the two, like if I were gonna, you know, use it up in the eye, it'd probably be the lighter one. This one was actually a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be, which is fine, you know, if I was gonna use it right here. So I'm happy to have it. I'm gonna play with it. I just thought it was an interesting choice because I could choose to go one way or the other with it. So, and I think it goes with the other colors here that I have too. Okay, so then the boost item. Now I have to tell you, the boost item, there was only one item in the boost category that I really liked or thought I would use, and this is the Grown Alchemist Instant Smoothing Serum. And I do have some of their other products, and they have all been good products. I've not had any problem with them irritating my skin. It's not a lot of product for $55, so that's very special. So what this does, it's an instant smoothing serum that's a bestseller for this brand, and it has 3 types of hyaluronic acid that draws moisture to deepen the skin, to hydrate and plump the skin. Use it morning and night before the moisturizer. So I am really, really interested to give this a try. It doesn't really have a smell. Let's see what it looks like. There's the dropper. Let's see what it feels like. Okay, it makes my skin feel silky. So I am really interested to give this a try. So I like that. It's always interesting to see what they come up with in this category. So I think I'm gonna like that. Okay, so I did get some add-ons. So let's see what I got. So I always do, you know, if you watch me, you know I like the add-ons. And I was really disappointed they didn't choose this for me. This is the Gold Fatten Wake Up Call Overnight Regenerative Facial Treatment. This is a $105 product, and I can't remember whether it was a $12 or an $18 add-on. I just can't remember at this point because it's been a while. So this is for problem day, dry and aging skin. Well, I do like to use an overnight cream. My favorite one is the one that is by Alchemist Midnight Facial. There's other ones that I've tried I like. The thing I don't like on one of those is if they stay on my skin and they're greasy. I don't like that. And the Alchemist one is just terrific. But I'm pretty much using one of these every night. I like the carrot one that I've had in a trial size by Biro. So I am interested to give this a try. I was really excited to at least have the opportunity to get this. Now it's got a safety seal that is not an easy one to get off because it does not have a tab on it. So I'm gonna have to deal with this later. Let's see if I can get any of it out here, and I can. Okay, I don't have to think there's what it looks like right here. I don't think, now this is a good brand. I have to tell you, this has been a good brand for me. Between Murad and this one, I like both of these. I like Alchemist too, but those would be the 3 that I think have the most impact on my skin. Okay, so I do like that. So that's a good one. Okay, then I sort of wanted I would have been happy if they'd chosen this for me, but they didn't. It's the Mineral Cleansing Mask by African Botanicals. I have like a hand cream that's supposedly got some stuff to help with, you know, pain that I got from FabFitFun. I like it. So I would never pay this. This is an $85 product. So what this is supposed to do, it has kaolin to help, Kaolin to clear the pores. It has lactic acid to help exfoliate, and it has niacinamide to brighten. So this looked like something that I really wanted to try because I do like this kind of mask where you put it on, leave it for 15 minutes. I'm not really a sheet mask kind of person. And it seemed, if I could get this for a decent add-on price, which I did, I was excited to be able to give this a try. It does have a little bit easier kind of a thing to get off of here. And it does have a little bit of a smell to it, and it's probably going to change colors. This is what it looks like going on. So I am really happy to give this a try. I don't know how many uses this would have in it, but I don't think it's going to be a huge amount because that is not a very big product, but it must be a very nice product to be at $85. Okay, so then I decided to try this brown mascara because I was reading some good stuff about it. I usually use a black mascara. I have on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Sculpt today, which I like a lot. I use Thrive quite a bit. There's other brands that work better for me than others. The 1x1 size is good, but this looked interesting, and people said if you're going to use brown, this is a really good brown. And this is a $32 mascara, so I don't have it on today, but I'm excited to give this a try. Let's see about what that color looks like. This is what the color looks like. Okay, so it's a pretty good dark brown. So maybe that's good for, like, especially with that eyeshadow palette that I have. So I'm happy to have that to give it a try. So then a little lesser priced one I got, because it was not chosen for me in my glam bag, and I really was wanting them to choose it, is the Periwinkle Pop Soft Sculpting Blush, which I do have on today by Seraphine Botanicals. This is a full-size item, and it is a $24 product, and this is what some people got chosen for them. And you see it's got a little flower there. I don't know if you can, it's really coming across. There it is on the camera. So I like it, and it's in the shade Seashell. So for, I think, $3.50, that was a good one for me. Another $3.50 one I got was by Neogen, and it is a double Vita Drop serum, and this is a pretty small one for $3.50. And what it is a vitamin C serum with 8 kinds of hyaluronic acid for hydration. So I thought, you know what, someday that may come in a larger size as a choice item, and I thought, you know what, I want to try it. I have some other things by this brand which is fairly new to me, so I thought we'll give that a try. So then another item that looked really interesting to me was this Innisfree UV Defense Sunscreen, good for this time of the year. And here it is. It's not a very big product. This is actually an $18, and I'm not going to open it right now. I have some other ones open. It's a SPF 36. So it was this I think was a choice item in one of the choices. And I just thought, you know, that's a brand that I really like some other things by that brand, and I thought I need something to, I hope this actually goes under makeup. No white cast, so yeah, I think it would. So I'm happy to have that. Okay, so Bare Minerals. This looked interesting. I like Bare Minerals products. I'm sort of using more of their skincare lately. This is a firming sleep mask that plumps, lifts skin, and it has ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and collagen in it. From the, I think it said that's from, I think it could be from hibiscus flower, from collagen. So as I mentioned, I mean, there's another sleeping mask in here. I'm using a sleeping mask every single night, pretty much. And so I think they really are helpful. And I was interested to get to try this one for a pretty good price. It's normally $55, and I think I paid $12 for it. So let's see, it goes off, it's a little bit blue there. It has a little bit of a smell. It's not an offensive smell in any way. It feels like it's gonna go into my skin easily. It feels really soft and smooth, and I'm interested to try it. So that's the thing. I like that I get to try these things for a really good, I think a really good price, and they're chosen so that they narrow down the field, because the field is so large. So then, and I did originally have this on today. It's the Laura Mercier High Vibe Lip Color in Bright. Is what it looks like. I sort of suspected it was going to be bright, and it is quite bright. And it gives, I tell you, I really like the formula. This is what it looks like. It's certainly red. In fact, it's just way too red. So it worked out. I think it would work for me. I did put something over it just to tone it down because it was just way too red. But I think that a lip gloss maybe would help. I think that blotting it helped when I put it on and I went out. It really came down to a color that was better for me when I did that. But I'm able to try this formula, and I did see some other colors they had that if I really like this formula, and I like Laura Mercier products, and isn't that pretty in the gold color like that? So I thought, you know, we'll give it a try. And I do like to, sometimes I like to wear the red. It just was a little bit too much. I mean, it was very bright when you put that on. It's very, very bright, but it's a pretty red. And there's going to be times that I'm going to want that color. So, and I can play with it. I can put things on top of it. Okay. So then I got this Color Fix by Danessa Myricks. It's in Latte. And this is what it looks like. Now this is supposed to be a lip, cheek, and eyeshadow. And it's a little darker than I would like. I am really interested to see what this is like on my cheek and lips. This is a waterproof thing, and I will tell you, and this is what the thing looks like here. You don't need much, because I did try a little bit of this earlier. I'm gonna put just the littlest amount possible on there, because this thing really spreads out. So I don't know whether it would be drying on the lips, but this is the color here, okay? I'm gonna put it another place so we can see it too a little bit better maybe. It sort of seemed like when I spread it out there. Now I think that could be good on my lips. I don't know what if I would like that as a blush. But like I said, look at that. Now it really, really goes a long, long way. So I don't know that it doesn't feel drying. You know what it feels like? It acts like it would be a tint is what it acts like. So do you see that, how different that color looks if it's spread out versus all together? So it really looked like something interesting to try. It was like it would have been $20. And so I like Danessa Myricks products, and I thought, you know what, we'll give it a try. So the last thing I got in here, and this was a point item by Lucky Chick, this is also a lip and cheek, and I did not have this color. It's Lucky Life, and this is what the box looks like, and this is what it looks like on the outside. So I like the other one that I had, and it was some other kind of, it was not this shade. There's the shade there. These actually are pretty good. So if you're just, I don't typically use them on my lips, but what I like about it is if I'm on the run, and that's a beautiful, I use it mostly as a blush, and I like that as a blush on me. And this color I like probably even better than the other one that I have. And it worked well. I think this would also be a really good color for me to put on my lips as well. And so if I don't want to put a lot of things in my purse, this will take care of both. And I thought, you know, that's just a really nice thing to have. So that's everything I got. So just with the 5 things, you know, the 5 things that I got with the 2 choices they made, and then my 3 choices, that was a $171 value. When I add the $55 value of the boost on it, my box without the add-ons was worth $226, and I paid $45. So I think it was pretty good. I mean, I'm always finding something that I like. There's no question about that. So I don't know how they do it every month. I know some people aren't always happy with some of the choices they have. Now, if we go back and we visit, you know, that's just not going to make it for me. That color, it's just not. It's just way too dark. I mean, you know what? I do have some powder that I could put on it, and that would probably bring it back to something that would work for me. And I'll try it. We'll see. But again, you don't need much, and I'm talking about this Tula product here. You don't need much of it. But I do think it is best to put, because it goes a long way, I'll tell you that. But to put a little bit of a primer on, I think is a very helpful thing, or right after moisturizer. It needs something so that you're not gonna have it settle in. But I think it's a good product, and I'm actually very pleased with the one I was able to get in my exact color. So here we go. This has dried down pretty well. This is the thing that came from Danessa Myricks. Okay, that's really dried down well. This is the Laura Mercier. It moves around a little bit, but not the worst. And it's a very nice color. These are the 2 highlighters. They didn't move around at all when I tried to move them. So, okay, well, that's sort of a test of things as they sat there for a while. So anyway, thank you for stopping by, and have a great day.